If you're moving to the Triangle region of North Carolina, or you've been watching this market closely, you've probably noticed how fast the entire area is changing. So today, I wanted to give you a look at some of the biggest and most exciting new developments coming to Raleigh and the Triangle that will completely reshape how we live, work, travel, and experience the region over the next decade. But before we jump into all that newness, my name is Matt Martin, and not only am I a Raleigh-based realtor, but I'm also a transplant to the Triangle, originally from LA and New York City. I've helped tons of clients, just like you, do exactly what I did back in 2021 and relocate to the Triangle region of North Carolina. So if you're looking to do the same, I'd love to help you too. Now, let's start with a project that's going to redefine Raleigh's entire sports and entertainment scene. The former PNC Arena is now the Lenovo Center, and it's not only home to the massively popular Carolina Hurricanes NHL team, but it's also one of the largest music venues in the region. So if Taylor Swift or Billie Eilish are coming through, this is likely where they'll perform. Inside, the building's getting a full series of modern upgrades running through 2027, including new premium spaces like the Lenovo Legend Club, a state-of-the-art view bar on the 300 level, which actually is my favorite level to watch a games game from since you can see the full action. They're getting refreshed concessions, upgraded gathering areas, and the addition of 6 new luxury bunker suites behind the south end of the arena. Then future phases will expand lower-level seating, add more suites, update entrances, and improve vertical circulation with new elevators and escalators. So, in other words, it's bringing the Lenovo Center into the current century. And while that's all going to be amazing, the real headline is what's happening outside. The land outside around the arena has been rezoned for an 80-acre mixed-use entertainment district that'll roll out over the next decade and beyond. The first phase is expected to include more than 200,000 square feet of new restaurants, bars, and retail, a 150-room hotel, hundreds of apartments including affordable units, 150,000 square feet of office space, a dedicated tailgating zone, and a brand new 4,300-seat Live Nation music venue. It's going to turn the entire surrounding area into a true hub for sports, entertainment, and dining, and with the addition of parks, plazas, and pedestrian-friendly streets, it'll give Raleigh a proper arena neighborhood, much like you'd find in other major cities. So construction is already underway on the interior renovations, and the exterior construction should get going really soon. And I truly think this is going to transform the city, and I can't wait to watch it progress. Next up, we have another Raleigh development, and that's the transformation and modernization of Dorothea Dix Park into a 300-acre central park of sorts for the city. The first big addition opened recently, and if you haven't been yet, you definitely need to go. It's called the Gypsum Play Plaza, and calling it a playground really undersells it. It's 18 acres of water features, climbing structures, slides, walking paths, gardens, art installations, picnic lawns, and a food and drink pavilion called the House of Many Porches. If you've watched my other videos, you know how much I talk about how great downtown Cary Park is, but the Gypsum Play Plaza definitely gives it a run for its money and has already become one of the most popular destinations in the city. And then there's another addition to the park that's been bringing people in droves on the weekends. A new installation of 5 massive trolls from Dutch artist Thomas Dombo hidden throughout the park. They're made completely out of wood and recycled materials, so they blend into the trees and nature of the park perfectly, which makes finding them even more fun. But really, just follow the trails of people and you'll eventually stumble onto them. It's been a really great way to bring more people to Dix Park, and I love the uniqueness and creativity. Then other pieces of the Dix Master Plan are coming next, including the restoration of Rocky Branch Creek, new greenway connections, expanded plazas, gathering spaces, and the continued renovation of the historic hospital campus. The Gatekeeper's Cottage now serves as the visitor center, and the old superintendent's building has been restored as well. Now, the full master plan will take 10 to 20 years, but What's already happened thus far has had a massive impact on the park, so I'm excited to watch the transformation continue. And it sits right next to some of the biggest residential projects coming online, which leads to our next point. With all that work being done to Dix Park, it only makes sense that more people will want to live nearby. So there's been a massive amount of investment in two mega residential projects that abut the park, the Weld and Rockaway. The Weld consists of two 20-plus story towers that together include more than 670 apartments, ground floor retail, co-working space, fitness centers, pools, sky lounges, and more. We're talking about over $700 million in investment and one of the first major clusters of high-density living next to Dix Park. The towers topped out last year in 2024 and have begun leasing. Then, just up the street is Rockaway, which is all about melding the urban with the natural, giving easy access to retail, greenways, and of course, Dix Park. The first phase is already up and running with the Row residences, which of course feature great amenities like rooftop terraces with unobstructed downtown Raleigh views, a saltwater pool, and flex workspaces, plus great retail options like BK Pilates and Benchwarmers Bagels, both already open, and Campos Tacos coming soon. But then two more phases are planned, which will introduce another 500 plus apartments, more great amenities, and of course, more retail space. So between the Weld and Rockaway, a true live, play, work corridor is coming up alongside Dix Park. But the Dix Park area isn't the only one getting new housing options. One of the most exciting projects underway is Highline Glenwood, which is rising on the site of the old Pine State Creamery on Glenwood South, which is the heartbeat of nightlife in downtown Raleigh. When it's finished in 2028, it'll be Raleigh's tallest residential tower at 37 stories, with 306 apartments ranging from studios to 3-bedroom penthouses. It'll have a massive 9th floor terrace with a pool, a paddle court, and lounge areas, plus a sky lounge on the top floor with incredible views of downtown. And what's really cool is that the historic creamery building on the site is actually being preserved and converted into more than 50,000 square feet of office space with another 7,500 square feet of retail on the ground floor. I've always found it odd that Glenwood South doesn't have more housing, given it's loaded with bars and restaurants, so Highline Glenwood is finally going to give this corridor that urban live-play feeling that it's been missing. Now, I promise I'm going to eventually talk about some of the developments happening outside of Raleigh, but there's still more to talk about here in the capital city. So let's shift to Midtown because North Hills is going through its own huge expansion. North Hills originally was known for the high-end outdoor mall located on the west side of Six Forks Road, which has also been undergoing its own glow-up to now include a brand new restoration hardware showroom, Chanel, and great new food and shopping options. But the expansion is taking us east of Six Forks Road now with the new North Hills Innovation District and The Exchange. And the final product will truly make the area feel like a second downtown. I'm talking tons of office space, new parks, greenways, retail, restaurants, and of course, lots of apartments. The first of these two developments is the Innovation District, which is a 33-acre project that'll feature over 1,500 apartments, 2 office buildings, and multiple retail spaces. And a lot of the Innovation District is already up and running, including Maker's Alley, which features multiple local retail and fitness options like Doge Yoga and Home Turf. But there's way more to come, including a new pedestrian bridge that'll connect over to the coming soon new location for Standard Food and Beer, which, if you've watched my other videos, you'll know is one of the best casual restaurants in the city. And now it'll have a killer 15,000 square foot outdoor patio. Plus, another location of Benchwarmers Bagels is coming soon, along with new lifestyle options, greenways, and parks. Then, just down St. Albans Drive, The Exchange at North Hills is unfolding across 40 acres. Of course, this will have all the key components: shopping, dining, living, green spaces, and tons of office space. The two main towers here, 1000 Social and 2000 Social, will make up the heart of the development, and they'll be connected by a pedestrian skybridge for extra convenience and visual drama. 1000 Social is already open with a ton of great options. You've got one of the best new restaurants in Raleigh called Peregrine. The Optimist Coffee Shop opened its third location there. Health-conscious folks will love Toastique with its toasts, bowls, and smoothies. And Midtown is about to get its first cocktail bar called the Capulet Cocktail Club, which I'm definitely excited about, even if I can't say it well. Then one of the biggest announcements here is the 80,000 square foot Lifetime Fitness campus, which will include a full-service gym, restaurant, rooftop spaces, and even wellness-focused residential units. Now, I'm not fully sure what that means, but it sounds very fancy. All right, let's take a quick break from Raleigh, but I'll circle back to it in a minute. Over in Cary, the Fenton district is one of my favorite new developments in the Triangle, and it's just getting started. At full build-out, Fenton will feature more than 2.5 million square feet of retail, restaurants, office space, and entertainment. But as it stands now, you've got some great higher-end shopping here, including Our House, Rejuvenation, Williams-Sonoma, Lululemon. You get the vibe. These stores are all built around a main corridor with a center median that includes an ice cream shop, crew wine bar, and Dram and Draft cocktail bar. So it's a great place for shopping and people watching. There's a great lawn area that they convert to an ice skating rink during the winter time. And of course, there are fantastic food options, including Crawford Brothers Steakhouse, M Sushi, which is honestly one of the best sushi meals I've had in my life, Super Rica for tasty Mexican, and the new Doc B's and a second location of Raleigh favorite Brewery Bavana. But there's still more to come. In 2027, the Pagemore Hotel will bring nearly 200 rooms to Fenton, along with a new Eastern Mediterranean restaurant called Baruch. There's new casual dining options like Sweet Paris Creperie and the Salty Donut, and of course, new health and lifestyle options like Yoga 6. So, Fenton is quickly becoming Cary's version of North Hills, and it's exciting to watch it grow. Then, not to be outdone, Apex is throwing its hat into the ring with what's poised to become one of the Triangle's largest master plan communities, Veridea. Wait until you hear some of these stats. When complete, Veridea will include around 8,000 homes, from multifamily to townhomes to single-family homes, 3.5 million square feet of retail and hospitality space, 12 million square feet of commercial and office space, a Wake Tech Community College campus, a Wake County Public Schools, and all this for a total investment of, wait for it, $7 billion. Honestly, Veridea isn't being talked about enough, and it's going to completely transform Apex. And one of the most exciting components of Veridea is going to be the recently announced North Carolina Children's Hospital, which will be the first standalone pediatric hospital in the Carolinas. This is a joint project between UNC Health and Duke Health and represents a $2 to $3 billion investment that will eventually include 500 inpatient beds, an outpatient center, behavioral health wing, and research and academic facilities. And while that's all incredible for families living in the region, the Children's Hospital is also expected to create around 8,000 new jobs for the region. So it's a win-win-win. Now, groundbreaking has already taken place for Veridea, but this is a massive long-term project, so it's likely going to take years and years to fully realize. All right, let's head back to Raleigh to wrap up this list, specifically to downtown Raleigh, which is about to see a bunch of changes coming. And one of the biggest transformations is going to be the expansion of the convention center. Crazy enough, the convention center actually caught on fire a few weeks ago, and the initial videos made it look like the entire building was engulfed in flames, but thankfully it was localized to the roof mechanicals and there wasn't much major damage. So onward with the expansion, which will nearly double the convention center from its current 500,000 square feet to nearly 1 million. But to do so, they need to expand into the site next door where Red Hat Amphitheater currently stands, which means the music venue is being relocated and redesigned. But don't worry, it's literally moving just across the street, so it'll still have that connection to downtown. And to accommodate all those new guests that'll be coming into town for the convention center, we're about to get a new 500-room Omni hotel that will anchor the development and help Raleigh compete for larger conventions and national events. And this whole section of downtown is going to feel much more cohesive over the next few years as all of these projects come together. And the last projects I want to talk about, at least in Raleigh, revolve around transportation. The warehouse district in downtown Raleigh is getting a major overhaul with the opening of the new Raleigh Union Station bus terminal, alongside the current Union Station train station. It's part of the larger Union West development that'll add housing, retail, and office spaces around Union Station, in addition to giving the city a centralized transit hub. Raleigh's also looking to improve the speed and reliability of our bus network with its plan to eventually roll out its bus rapid transit system, which will include 20 miles of dedicated bus lanes across 4 main lines that will also introduce new stations and traffic signal priority. The New Bern Avenue corridor is first, with the southern, western, and northern lines following. And finally, something that will impact the entire Triangle region. RDU Airport is undergoing a more than $3 billion renovation that will completely reshape how travelers move through the airport. A new primary runway is already under construction, which will allow larger international aircrafts and eventually make room for additional gates and terminal expansion once the existing runway becomes a taxiway. Then inside, Terminal 2 is gearing up for a major overhaul beginning in 2026, including expanded ticketing and security areas, a larger international arrivals hall, and upgraded baggage systems to ease congestion as passenger numbers climb. And while I'm super excited for the airport to grow, the one thing I'm even more excited about is actually happening outside the terminals. RDU is nearly tripling its long-term parking with an 11,000 space park economy expansion, adding solar-covered walkways and electric shuttles, and most importantly, redesigning the airport road system with new bridges to help with traffic flow and ease congestion. Now, RDU is a fantastic airport, but it was designed for a much lighter passenger load than it's currently carrying, so these enhancements are definitely welcome. So those are the biggest projects shaping the future of Raleigh and the entire Triangle region. From new parks and entertainment districts to healthcare, housing, transit, and airport upgrades, this region is stepping into a completely new phase of growth. So which projects are you the most excited about? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're ready to come see what all the fuss is about and kick off your home hunt here in the Triangle region of North Carolina, I'd love to be your guide. You can reach me by phone, email, or text, and you can find all my contact information in the link below or by scanning this QR code right here with your phone. And if you liked this video, I have a whole catalog of others all about moving to, living in, and buying real estate in and around Raleigh, North Carolina. Here's another one here that you may like, so give it a click to keep on watching.